What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well, sending love and positive vibes your way if you need it out there today. So we are going into the contest of elements. So we've got a brand new nature slimy in the portal. But before we get to that, I want to start out this video by saying I was wrong. I apologize. I was wrong. I was wrong about these freaking experience and ascension mimics because they are freaking awesome. And I've been seeing the evidence and everything else to prove it. And yeah, to be honest, now I freaking want one of these heroes more than ever. And yeah, I'm sure that, I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that. But we have the secret summon running at the moment. Obviously, a lot of people have been saving their pulls up for these things, and with good reason. Because what you do most of the time when you're in Empires and Puzzles, other than hitting the Titan and doing wars and events and everything else, when you're not doing any of that, what are you doing? Well, you're farming. Like most other games of this nature, you're going to be farming a heck of a lot. And when you're farming, you need a good companion. And these heroes are not only good companions, they are freaking beasts of heroes. So, first of all, I'm going to share a little picture of how this experienced mimic actually looks for you, those of you who don't know how they look. I don't know where you've been living or what game you've been playing, but they're basically the toothy monsters of everybody's nightmares. So yeah, that's how they look. But what do they actually do? So with these heroes, basically, if you've got an Ascension mimic, it is going to give you a chance for extra loot when you complete stages. So specifically with the Ascension mimics, they're going to be giving you the Ascension items. So they give you an extra chance to get, you can see on the list I've got here, tall boots, fine gloves, compass, Damascus blade, tome of tactics. So really, really nice to be able to get an extra chance at a Damascus blade and tome of tactics, because obviously they're super rare. But then I can remember a time, a while back, I say a while, probably a couple years ago, when I could never have enough freaking fine gloves. So, having an extra couple pairs of gloves in a chest might not just be a bad thing. You'll also get a chance at, obviously, Mystic Rings, which is another massive Ascension item that you need. And obviously the other Ascension mimics are going to give you chances at the other rare Ascension items and epic Ascension items that you need. So it's not as big of a chance as it initially seems. So with these Ascension mimics, I thought, okay, cool, that's going to give just a massive chance, but it's only like a 1 or 2% chance. There's a whole breakdown on the forum. I will leave a link to that in the description if you want to go and, get your spreadsheets out and everything like that. But if you just want, face value for these heroes, they're really great farmer heroes. They are great at increasing your chances for loot. The experienced mimics are great at getting you extra trainer heroes and things like that from stages, which of course means that you can level your heroes faster. And when they're there in the portal, you may as well take advantage of it. I mean, it's not a guarantee. It's like 1.5% odds, but it's generally, I'm coming around to this. And I did say in my earlier video, I didn't understand them or anything like that. But now I've had a bit of chance to sit with these guys and chew things over with those grimy, gory teeth. Yeah, I've seen the light. Put it that way. Yeah, the Ascension mimics are awesome. As are the experienced mimics. So definitely good. Now, they don't only do good farming. They're actually also really good heroes, and they're also really cheap to level. So I've got the special skill here. So it says on the card, they're going to deal, I think it's 380% damage to the target nearby. There is some sort of controversy about whether it's actually 380 or whether it's 400% damage to the target nearby. I'm going with 380 because that's what I've seen on all the cards that I've seen. Like I said, I'm not lucky enough to have pulled one of these guys yet, but I'm just going by the information that is available. If any enemies defeated by the attack, the caster then recovers 50% health, which is huge, and gains 33% mana. Again, that's awesome. And it's a decent hit to the target nearby. The others are snipers, but they do have a harder hit. And they hit like trucks. I mean, their stats are just crazy. And then on top of that, the target nearby gets 668 bleed damage over 4 turns. the mimic itself closes for 2 turns and it gets immunity to damage and new status effects or status elements while closed. So the fact that this hero hits like a truck to 3, if he defeats an enemy, recovers himself 50% health, gains himself basically a third of his mana, gives out bleed damage, and protects himself, means that we've been seeing a lot of the other mimics on defensive teams and things like that, and on offensive teams in raids, so they can be used pretty much everywhere. In fact, I think they're better than like 99% of the heroes out at the moment, and they cost exactly the same to level as a costume does, and that includes the limit break levels. So again, it's really kind of a no-brainer. If you are able to get your hands on one of these guys, then huge congratulations. I'm sure like 100% of everybody already has one, and I'm just lagging behind, but trust me, I shall get one in the future. Anyways, that is enough said on the Ascension Mimic. There is another amazing thing happening in the world of Empires and Puzzles. And before we get into having a look at our newest slimy hero, I just want to say humongous congratulations to my boy Weams at Empires and Puzzles mobile games. Weams has been around for pretty much forever. Like, I feel like he's, been one of the OG creators in Empires and Puzzles, and Weam's channel has just passed 6,000 subscribers. So humongous shout out to you. And for me personally, Weams was one of the first ever people that actually sort of subscribed to my channel. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this dude subscribed to my channel. He had like, I don't know how many, probably like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh my gosh. He's been there and he's been really supportive. He is involved in the content creators groups and things like that. And he is a French creator. So most of his stuff that he does in French. He speaks English though, and I absolutely love it when he speaks English. A lot of the videos are also being dubbed and stuff. But I would say, I really recommend his channel if you like watching somebody who does a lot of pulls as well. A lot of people love pull videos. I've never seen anybody who pulls as hard as him, but he also shares pretty much everything down to wars and hero review videos as well. So also for the French contingents, it's awesome. Now, why am I talking so much about him? Well, also, and I don't want you guys to miss anything out, Weams has been given a little gift, which he has shared with his subscribers. And obviously I want to, sort of without sort of making it mine, because it isn't, I want to just make you guys aware of it. So I want to give you the link to Weams' channel so you can go over to his channel, and that you can also partake in the celebrations. And also you can drop him a subscribe and a like on his video while you're there. So I will link to the video in the description below, so you can you can go and watch that when this one's done, or right now if you like, and if you're not interested in the new slime hero. But the rewards on that gift code are really cool. So if you watch the video through, he will share the code with you, and you'll get 100 loot tickets and 10 world energy. So obviously don't want you guys to miss out on anything that is going on. I know that, it's not my channel, but I just want, to boost his viewership, and also to make sure you guys don't miss out. And I'm sure they'll be being shared all over line groups anyway. Right. That all being said, and again, massive congrats to you, Weams, on your 6,000 subs. Let us jump into the portal with the new slimy wimey. That is the judge and jury, Verdigoo. So we do have a 4-star as well. Obviously, we are going to have a look at him. So he's cool. He looks cool. But we will see. Verdigoo is our new 5-star hero in the slime portal. So we're calling it the slime portal now. It's still the super elemental summon. So it's all nature heroes. So he's no different. He is, of course, of the slime family. And just for a quick recap, they do get a boost for any mega minions or mega fiends and fiends summoned by allies for anywhere from 10, 15, or 20% attack based on the number of the slime family heroes you have on the team. That's for mega minions, normal minions, mega fiends, and normal fiends as well. The passives, so slime minion upon defeat If he's defeated, he gets summon slime mega minions to the nearby allies. We know that by now, hopefully, maybe if not, you do now. And then if the character loses more than 25% of his max health at once, he summons a slime mega minion for himself with 50% HP and 40% attack. So sweet all round, mega minions all round. Lovely little family bonus for increasing the attack. Sweet. He looks like a freaking sweet with a hammer. So his specials, his Ether talent here is Rage. So at the start of the battle, he gets the increased attack, 15%, and a further 1% every time he's hit during 6 turns. So up to an additional 25% attack. I must say that's one of my favorite Ether talents. I do like it, but not quite as much as I do the defensive one or the Bulwark one. I just think that's slightly better. But yeah, Rage is still decent. As far as stats are concerned, 1217, so super duper powerful. He's a bit more attacking, so 1248 attack, 1126 defense, and 2434 health. I mean, those figures are just redonkulous. Like, look at that health stat, like 3,300. You're going to need to smash this guy up quite a few times for you to be able to do any kind of anything that's worth doing to him. Right, so what does he do? Well, his special skill is called Judgment of Goo. You can see he's got his gavel there. That's what it's called. He is the slimiest, smarmiest judge you've ever did see. It looks like what's his name? Goldrich? Yeah, Goldrich, Goorich, has given him no, Gold Drip. That's the drippy one with all the gold. Looks like he's given him one of his chains. So he's definitely bought off the judge by the looks of things. But what's he doing? So Judgment of Goo, fast speed, deals 380% damage to the target and nearby enemies. Okay, I mean, we just saw the Experience Mimic, their average speed, they're doing 380% to the target nearby. So already, kind of winning in terms of heroes. All allies get then Sticky Surface for 3 turns, which is awesome. So Sticky Surface cannot be dispelled, and it steals 1 random dispellable buff or growth effect from an attacking enemy. So when it says attacking enemy, let me just check what it says. It says here, Sticky Surface is activated when any damage is received from an enemy. Each character with Sticky Surface can only steal 1 status effect buff or growth effect per turn from normal attacks. Now, this is where I think the character kind of falls down a little bit, because we saw they had to release another hero who had this weird trick where they activate the Sticky Surface where the opposition would deal 1 damage per turn. That kind of forced the attackers to attack. But as it is, the Sticky Surface is not going to steal any buffs unless the attacker attacks. So it's only going to activate when a slash attack activates on the opposite team or when a special skill activates on the opposite team. Then you'll be able to steal the growth effects. Now, you've got heroes like, for example, in the Garrison Guard, where they just wipe out growth and wither every 4 turns, which is so much stronger. And majority of the buffs that are happening at the moment are not really, I don't think there's that many crazy strong buffs that you're going to be stealing with many teams. I think a lot of more teams are working on ailment damage. So ailment protect and things like that are still quite a lot more sought after than the buff steal. So yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of the whole Sticky Surface thing. I like that he's fast speed. He's dealing 380% damage to the target nearby. But then like I say, he's kind of let down by the Sticky Surface is not quite as strong. It can be useful against heroes that deal growth. So don't get me wrong. I mean, you take this guy up against Grimsteel if he's in tank. But then the problem is, again, Grimsteel's a healer, and it's not going to activate unless he hits you. If he hits you with a slash attack, then yeah, cool, you're good. But you've only got 3 turns to make that happen. And it's not going to happen by charging him up. So hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. And it's only going to steal the growth from the target. So dispellable growth effect from the attacking enemy. It's not as strong as like a team-wide dispel or even fiends that steal or steal buffs and things like that. Or, just anybody that steals the entire team's buffs. It's much stronger. in my humble opinion. So, sorry, Mr. Judge and Jury, but I think the jury's still out on Verdigoo. I think he's good, but I don't think he's great. So please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Obviously, congrats if you are lucky enough to pull this guy. He's still going to be a decent hero and a good addition to your team, but not worth chasing, in my opinion. So let's have a little look at the other hero that we have in here, Fruitio. What a name. I love this guy. I already love this guy, just because, you know, he's in amongst some absolute monsters, and he's just trying to eat his watermelon and pineapple and apples and all the rest of it. It doesn't look like he wants to sell them or give them away. He just wants them to become part of him. That's what he's all about. So he gets the same family bonus and the same passives. We won't go over those again. He is, of course, a 4-star hero, so his stats are going to be a little bit lower, but still, 1,044 team power for a 4-star. Second limit break is pretty decent. The regen is not my favorite, so having it at the start of the battle where he regenerates 420 health over 6 turns, I mean, you might as well just not have it. It's really not very much. So he better be able to save himself for this special. So his special is called Fruit Cocktail. I think he's done it. Like, honestly, I think he's done it and saved himself already with that name. It's brilliant. So Fruit Cocktail deals 380% damage to the target, so a fast speed snipe. After 1 turn, the target gets paralyzed for 4 turns. Okay, sweet. Let's recap on what paralysis is. So paralyzed enemies cannot attack or gain mana, and they receive 50% increased damage. That's cool. Once paralyzed, the effect cannot be cleansed. Okay, so you have to remove it within that 1 turn. If you don't, you can forget about it, because you're getting, you can't attack, you can't gain mana, sorry. You're receiving 50% increased damage for the next 4 turns. And he's obviously at fast speed, which is awesome. And then once paralyzed, the effect can't be cleansed. So sweet. Kind of downside, and I do remember reading this before, so bosses, titans, and mythic titans are not affected by the status effect. So yeah, that is kind of a downer. I wish that they would include it against bosses and titans. That would be, this guy could replace friends, if that was the case. And as it is, I'm going to say it, I think this guy is an awesome hero. I'd love to have him. It's not about the damage. So 380% damage at fast speed is okay for a 4-star, but actually not great. Like, and he's not going to turn any heads with that. But giving that paralysis effect makes him a really awesome control hero, because he stops the gaining mana. So it's like a silence, but it's not only a silence. They can't attack. They can't, you know, nothing can happen. And it's blocking their mana gain, but it's also giving the increased damage effect, which is awesome. And I like that it lasts for 4 turns. So yeah, I can see this guy being useful in a lot of scenarios, especially around the time when the 4-star tournaments come around. I think this guy's going to be a monster. Mark my words now, we have not seen the last of Fruit Cocktail, of Fruitio's Fruity Cocktails. He's awesome. Yeah, so let me know again what you guys think about Fruitio. And that is it. So make your way over to Wiam's YouTube channel. Go and watch his video. Subscribe to his channel, so obviously you don't miss any future content that's coming out of that side either. He does really put out some awesome content. And also, obviously, as an added bonus, go and get your loot tickets and your world energies. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. Please do let me know in the comments what you think about the brand new heroes. And of course, if you're lucky enough to grab the experience mimics, the Ascension mimics, let me know. So I can be jealous. We can all be jealous of you guys together. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.